Yeah, all right, okay. Speaking different languages fast, I would say, listen to me, you don't understand what I'm saying, I don't know delay, this is a good what I gotta say quicker. All right, okay, coming to you with something new for today. Gotta bring you massive value with no delay right away. So you know I got something to say when you see a video pop up on your feed. So if you like the information and the value that you're getting, there's no need to sit and do nothing. Go ahead and hit the button. Go ahead and let them know that you're watching, like, and subscribe, and then you can thrive with the information that I'm bringing to you. So I got to do something new. Talking about today is the BBBY rally, as I would say. So while I'm talking about this, what it is, I'm going to get into all of that. So what is BBBY? It is a stock and a store and a company. It's many things. It's referred to as Bed Bath & Beyond. BBBY is the ticker, meaning if you wanted to look up the stock price, you would type in BBBY for the Bed Bath & Beyond company. Now, this is not a company that I know a lot about because I don't, really go to that store. I don't really buy anything from that store. However, I've been aware of its existence for some time. And in the past, I used to own that stock for a short time that I was in a quick trade on. So I've watched the stock off and on over the years. And now it's in the headline, #1 on the trending. So that's why I got to bring you a video about it. Not just what happened with this stock, but basically the money opportunity and how you can use this information to get in on the next one and not make any mistakes on what's going on right now with what the media is telling people to do with this and everything along those lines. So yeah, here we go. So why is it in the news? Why is it #1 on the trends? Because in the last 3 weeks, it's had a 349% approximate increase in stock price. So if you would have bought this stock 3 weeks ago, you would be up 3.5 times of what you invested into it. And that's over 3 weeks. So it takes money to make some money. Got to have this investment down. But as far as I know, this is not some common knowledge type thing that, people are going to be taught by the system. So yeah, just today alone, talking about this Tuesday, it went up 80% at its high from the start of trading today, and it closed being up about 30%. So just today alone, this is not something that just happened at one time. It's happened over, a period of time, and that's usually how these rallies work. But obviously, you got to get your money into it at the beginning and not the end. Otherwise, you're going to be losing. It's buy low, sell high. So this is the most actively traded company today. And I mean, if you look at it, right, like that doesn't make much sense because you would think a bigger company like Tesla, companies that provide usually the most value to people are the companies that have the most business, the most money flowing. That's usually where the money's flowing, where the most value is. So that's kind of strange that a stock that, from what I understand, just sells stuff for people's bathrooms is the most actively traded stock. Yeah, so when I'm saying that this is the most traded, the most money flowing into this company with some of the biggest gains, I think it's not a coincidence that just before the start of this rally, many of the big financial institutions and banks that are typically the institutions that people look to for advice when it comes to buying stocks, the institutions that handle people's money, stuff like that, they all were telling people that they should sell. They were telling people the exact opposite of what to do to get in on this money. And I find it at no coincidence, I'm not mentioning any specific names of these institutions or these banks, but these are the same ones that shorted the stock. And this is the reason that the stock went up so much. So when I'm saying this company really doesn't provide as much value as other companies that usually have the #1 spot, it's because of this. It's because so many of these big financial institutions that have ridiculous amounts of money have been betting on the stock price to go down. So what happened, just like in the past when you had the AMC and the GameStop, is that people got wise to this public information that's out here about how much money is being shorted and how much money is being bet that these stock prices are going to go down. People got wise to this, and they just realized that they could, beat the big institutions at their own game and really keep that money flowing around. So that's a big reason that I'm even talking about this, because it's like some Robin Hood stuff, really, like, the big greedy corporations that are, really on some take stuff at the end of the day, and they're not providing much value. These guys are the ones that are hoarding so much of the wealth that's supposed to be circulating throughout the economy, because there's more than enough for everybody. And here's the opportunity to go and get some of it back from them with really like no effort. And yeah, there's going to be plenty more opportunities like this in the future, and you just really need to become aware of the trends with this kind of thing to be paying attention to it. But even more important, like I always talk about, is just the intention, having that intention to really make a lot of money, having that intention to really have the things that you feel like you deserve in life. So yeah, I would say, looking at this, just to have an idea of how much money we're talking about here, about 99, almost $100 million has gone into this stock just since the end of July. So in less than a month, we're talking about like $100 million that people have put into the stock. And that's not even looking at the people who have shorted the stock. And a record for this company was created just yesterday on Monday with $46 million being put into it. And I attribute a lot of this to Wall Street bets, although, it's really difficult to actually know, why people bought this, why they put their money into it, what caused them. But I think that Wall Street bets has a big part of it. They're basically the people who were behind the last rallies with GameStop and AMC. And Wall Street Bets is basically a place people can go to get information that I would not advise for most of it. It's usually like really risky gambling, but sometimes they can strike gold when they figure out stuff like this. And I feel like they're gonna do it again, so it's just something to keep watching. So just this month, the short sellers, the people who were betting, the institutions who were betting that, the price would keep going down, lost about $662 million. So basically $100 million put into this stock caused a $662 million loss. So that's like over 6 times return for the amount of money that was put in, just because, basically the information that people got about the short squeeze situation. All right, now that I've really explained, what's going on and what's going on with this stock right now, I don't really know how well. I haven't really looked into, things that you should really be looking into when you're investing in a stock or a company, as far as, like profit margins and growth rate, return over investment, stuff like that. All those things don't really matter in this type of situation. The only thing that matters was that people figured out that this was a short squeeze opportunity. So that being said, it's important to know that since the beginning of the year, this stock is still down 61%. I think it's really important because the media is always going to put out a story like this to, drive greed to people. And usually they do it at the top of the run, at the top of the rally, at basically the worst time to buy in. So basically, a month ago, when the media was saying, the economy is going to collapse, when the media was saying like everything's dropping, don't buy anything, telling people not to buy this stock in general, that was the time when you wanted to buy. Now there's been the big rally, there's been the big run up. Really what I see as the economy being the strongest and as people providing the most value is, really when you have a business and you're looking to provide more value than you take, and I'm talking about take as far as like the money that people pay. So you're looking to consistently provide people more value than the amount of money that they're paying. Like, to me, that's like a business that's gonna win every time. That's the kind of business that you want to have. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what it all comes down to. You have a scarcity mindset that you think the only way you can get ahead is to find ways to take more than what you're providing or value from people. And yeah, you can hoard all the money in the world, but it's not going to do you any good, because you're still going to be in that negative scarcity mindset, and you're always going to be greedy and fearful. Now, you get into the provide value mindset, you get into that mindset where you're just trying to provide people value, and you're trying to really like make a difference in the world and make things better. And you're going to see a way bigger return. You're going to probably make more money. Your company will be better than all these, big corporations that are all about taking. It's all about the mindset, and that's something I'm trying to get into. That's something I'm trying to explain. So yeah, really, I don't think it's a good idea to buy this right now. As far as it's number one, this is number one trending right now on the internet for news, and it's all trying to promote fear and greed. Greed that, look at how much money has already been made over the past month, and if only you just buy now, you can make that money too. And trying to tell you that, if you don't buy now, you're gonna miss out. And that's really what the media does. Go ahead and hit the like button if you haven't already, because I'm coming through with the new information quite steady, bringing it out without a doubt, and I don't even have to shout. So you know what it is, just coming through with the more money biz.